All right, so for the next minute, the lighting isn't going to be amazing. All right, so generally the place I store my palettes, my eye palettes for the most part, is on my desk in this, God, this needs to be clean so bad, in this, it's like a letter holder. I found it at Marshall's or TJ Maxx, this metal thing that you see, and it holds palettes perfectly. So I generally keep the ones that I'm using like the most at the moment up on my desk and on top of it, as you can see, and then the rest I'll keep in this, also something I got at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, this like little basket kind of organizer. So we're gonna be going through all these, organizing, decluttering, whatnot. So here we go. All right, so this is the bottom shelf. And all right, let's just get into it. So the first one is from Smashbox. I don't remember where, maybe I got this from Ulta. This is the Sunlit Yellow. I remember seeing somebody talk about this and I was automatically intrigued by like the yellow and stuff, and I think I'm actually gonna sell this because I've only swatched it. I don't even think I've ever used it, and I don't think I ever will. It's pretty, but I'm just not into it. The next is this Sleek Blush by 3 palette, which I'm totally keeping because it's incredible. I don't know why it's in here with because I'll probably never use it as blush because it's a little too deep for my skin tone, but will be an amazing eyeshadow palette, so I'm definitely gonna keep this. Jessica Braun loves this palette. I got it because of her. It's the Persona Identity palette. I think it's influencer made this palette up, and it's beautiful. I might have used it a handful of times. I think I'm gonna put it in my everyday drawer to see if I can get excited. No, you know what? I'm gonna sell this because I'm never going to use it. I like to think I'm going to, but I don't think I'm going to. It's really pretty. I think, but I mean, the color that I've used the most is this Fearless dark brown shade, and I'm pretty sure I have this in about a million other palettes. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this as well. Oh, this is one of my favorite palettes. This is the Lorac Pro 3, Mega Pro 3. This is just gorgeous. It's warm. It's the best way I can describe it. It's warm, but the mattes are beautiful. The metallics are incredible. Highly recommend this palette. I don't think you can find it actually, I don't know. If you can still find it, I'll write it on the screen. If you can't, I mean, I'm sure you can find it somewhere. I'm sure somebody has one of these they don't want and you can find it if you're dying for it, but it's gorgeous in my opinion. All right, Urban Decay, Born to Run, absolutely keeping. This is one of my favorite palettes ever. The Reina del Caribe, I don't know. The LMR palette we got in a BoxyCharm is one of my favorite palettes. These metallics are magic. When people say they didn't like theirs, I think it's insane. All right, I have two of these Makeup Revolution Pro palettes, and I love these. I think they're awesome. I have the Intoxicate and the Bewitch palette. These metallic shades are gorgeous. I need to use these more because they're really gorgeous. I think I might sell these Natasha Denona's. I don't see what the big deal is about these. Very pretty. My Jouer Skinny Dip palette, which is $40, is maybe a dupe for this. This is the palette number 9, all metallic, like gold shimmer palette. My Jouer palette, which I think was like 30 something dollars, 40 maybe, beats the shit out of this. This is fine, but it's chunky as shit. Oh my God. I mean, it's very pretty, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing special. I don't see what the big deal is about it. I think I actually might get rid of this. I'll keep this one. This is the number 4 palette. It's more the warm. It has a matte in it. I wish I had more matte in it. No, but see, even this matte kind of sucks. It's like, I guess maybe it's a satin shade, but this shade I love, but it's so chunky, but it's very pretty. But I mean, I feel like I have a million shades. I might get rid of this too. Yeah, I'm not impressed with this at all. I might get rid of this too. The next is, this is very old and I'm not getting rid of this. This is from Lime Crime. This is one of the first things I ever bought from them. This is the Alchemy palette. These are all metallic. Oh, but they're still so pretty. This is incredibly old. Oh my gosh, such a pretty palette. Even ever since I got it, I mean, I've barely touched this, but it's so pretty. I just can't get rid of it. These Too Faced limited edition holiday palettes. I'm keeping all of them. I actually still really like them. I have this one, which is gorgeous. Be Merry, Peppermint Mocha, Be Bright. This green is like sensational. Eggnog latte. This blush is also beautiful. I don't buy their holiday editions anymore. These are from a few years ago, but I have heard that their quality in their limited edition, like holiday ones, has gone down a little bit, so that's unfortunate. I think I'm actually gonna get rid of this. I bought this hoping it was gonna be as good as the other Be Perfect Carnival palette that I got, the Stacey Marie collab. It's okay, but honestly, it's nothing great. I'm not really crazy about it. I think I actually might get rid of this too. I love this Make Revolution palette. This is so gorgeous. This is the Angel Heart. This is the I Heart Revolution, which is just like a sister brand. This is beautiful. I did an amazingly gorgeous, if I don't mind saying so myself, eye look with this in the first video I did with it. I mean, so pretty. A little dusty, but that doesn't bother me. The Tarte, what is this? Clay Play Volume 1. This is just okay. Another thing that I'm just not over the moon about. I actually might end up getting rid of this too because I'm just not, I never reach for this. It's just kind of sitting here collecting dust. I really wanted it because I thought it was going to be like awesome, but it's not as great as I thought it was going to be. This I will not get rid of. It's too pretty. This is the Serpentina Kat Von D palette. I've barely touched it, but it has blood milk in it, and that's the only shade I have actually used. It's the only matte aside from Venom in here. It has like a loose gold dust in it. All the shades are really pretty. And unfortunately, I just don't reach for it that often, but I also don't want to get rid of it. Sue me. Oh, I have another Makeup Revolution Pro. This one I don't actually reach for as much. It's very pretty. I actually might pass this one on. Oh, like look at that pigmentation. This was like a $10 palette, I think. This will go in the maybe pile. Very pretty, I'm just not sure about it. Prism Eyes, one of my favorite palettes. This palette I think is going to be in my end of the year giveaway. This is the Profusion Prism Eyes palette. First off, the brush that comes with these palettes is sensational. These mattes are incredible. The metallics, also amazing. And these are so incredibly affordable. This is amazing, I'm keeping it. The Wet n Wild palettes. I have Nude Awakening, Not a Basic Peach, and Rosé in the Air. I'm gonna keep them because I don't have too many drugstore palettes, like from the US drugstore palettes, so I'm gonna keep them more so for that reason. I love them, but I mean, I don't reach for them that often. Dose of Color Sassy Siennas. I've heard so many people like say these weren't good. I mean, the brush sucks, but I mean, probably my only issue with this was I probably switch out I probably just take that away and put like a really light one in, because I feel like these are just a little too similar. But these have great pigmentation. Again, I think I heard like Jessica Braun say she didn't like them very much, like they were too powdery, but I think they blend beautifully. They're really finely milled. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. I'm definitely keeping this. Did I just break that? Oh, no. Whew. NYX. This was like their Elements palette. This is the Metal. This I kind of feel like is maybe, not a dupe, but kind of similar to the, oh God, this is so gorgeous. Similar to the kind of Moon Dust Urban Decay palette. This is limited edition, they don't have this out anymore, but look how pretty that is. These are good like eyeshadow toppers, or to put like on top of a cut crease or glitter glue. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this. Last is James Charles palette. I'm gonna keep it. I mean, honestly, I don't really even use it that much, but I'll keep it, whatever. It's one of those palettes that I feel like I might have to just make myself start using. I feel like from here over is crap. The rest is okay. Nothing like incredible. It's not like as good as the Dare to Create palette, which I've said in a few videos. I just don't feel like the quality is there, but it's not horrible. I'm gonna keep it. All right, here is the second shelf. This Profusion palette, the Siennas. This was actually in my last year's giveaway, end of the year favorite things giveaway. This is an amazing palette. It's one of my favorites. I'm keeping it. I have a few of the Milani Most Loved Mattes I'm keeping. This is a great palette. A little expensive for drugstore, but still really good. I have Most I have a few of the Make Revolution Reloaded palettes. I have the Visionary dupe, which is like a dupe for the Norvina palette. I have to use it more, honestly. I don't think their metallic shades in these palettes are amazing. That white one is really pretty, but the other ones, I feel like they're just not as good. This is the Iconic Vitality, which is a Modern Renaissance dupe. I don't think I've actually ever used this. I don't even think I've swatched it. Oh, maybe, yeah, I have. I think I'm actually gonna get rid of this one because I don't ever see myself reaching for this. We have this Iconic Neutrals 2. I feel like this might be a dupe for Urban Decay Naked Heat or something, maybe. This is a dupe for ABH Subculture, which actually isn't too bad. This shade and this shade are probably my favorite in the entire palette. Very, very good. This Doo-Wop palette, does anybody remember Doo-Wop? It used to be like not a huge brand, but a bigger brand. These metallic shades are just gorgeous. They're not very popular anymore, but it's one of the ones I just can't get rid of. Let's see, we have the Make Revolution Love Conquers All face palette. I think I'm actually gonna get rid of this. It's really pretty. They have incredible like metallic shades in here, but I never reach for this and I'm probably never going to. All right, we have Iconic Fever. Maybe this is the Urban Decay dupe. I'm gonna keep this though because it's really pretty and it's more reddish rather than pink, so I'm gonna keep it. This is a new one that a subscriber sent me. This is the Praline face palette, which, why am I having such trouble opening these? It's got bronzer contour, which I'm gonna use for eyeshadow because it's a little too warm for me. And then the rest are like face shades. And then this one is obviously a little too dark, but I can use that as a face shade or eye shade too. Smoke Sessions Melt. I wasn't sure about this for a while. I was like, ugh, I don't even know why I'm keeping it. I never use it, but I have actually fallen in love with it. And these two shades are just crazy. I thought I was gonna be insane about like the metallics, and they are really pretty, but it's these two matte shades that really kind of seal the deal for me. Ugh, I love this palette. The Chocolate Gold Too Faced palette. I don't own any of the chocolate bar palettes except this one from Too Faced, and I love it. I wish they had like maybe one or two more mattes because they only have these four right here. But I guess something's better than nothing. But I wish they had, instead of this black, I wish they had just like a really deep, dark chocolate color instead. But oh, these are just so, like this gold shade right here. Oh, so incredible. Studio Makeup on the Go. It's just okay. It's something I got like in a subscription box. It's like a nice neutral palette. Maybe I'll just save it like for, I always say this, traveling. I don't fucking travel anywhere. I'm gonna put it in my maybe pile. The Dream Street Kathleen Lights Color Pop. I'm gonna keep it literally just for the shade. Maybe I'll try to depot it. It's a really pretty palette, but I never reach for this. Oh, that salmon shade is just gorgeous. It's just okay. I'm gonna put it in my maybe pile actually. Kat Von D Shade and Light, keeping. Another Lorac Pro Mega 2, keeping. This is still one of my favorite palettes. It's gorgeous. Just as good as the white Mega Pro 3 that I showed you earlier. Violet Voss Pro. What is this? Oh, the Holy Grail. I still do really like this. I'll keep it. Hashtag Violet Voss. I'm gonna get rid of this. I never use it, and I never will. It's really pretty, but yeah, I'm not gonna keep it. Milani Bold Obsessions. Gorgeous. Definitely gonna keep it. Really, really pretty. Oddly enough, I love these two shades, the red and the brown at the bottom. I don't know why, but I do. All right, next. I tried to get rid of this so many times, but I keep putting it back in my collection, so I'm just supposed to keep it. It's the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani collab from years ago. Again, I don't use it a ton, but I just don't want to get rid of it, so I'm not going to. Keeping this, Makeup Forever. And the reason I'm keeping it is this shade right here. I don't know why I love this shade, but I do. It's like dirt, but I love it. And I'm going to keep it solely for that. The rest of them are really good too, but it's that dirt color that I just am in love over. I love this one and this one too, but that dirt shade is just my favorite thing in the world. Oh, and this is the Lustrous Eyeshadow Palette. I think this was limited edition. The Morphe, is this Mocha? 25B. I don't remember what this is actually called, but this is actually a really good palette. I'm gonna keep this. I don't love this. The Urban Decay, what is this? I don't remember what this is called. I'll write on the screen. First off, the packaging is just fucking horrible. It is really pretty, but again, I never reach for it. I should probably just get rid of it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Pass it on to somebody who's gonna appreciate it. All right, we got Morphe 35R, which I just used in a video. I'm definitely gonna keep. It's like the brown gold palette, which is, I just still love these. Gorgeous. Morphe 3502, Second Nature palette. Love. I had the all matte one, but I never reached for it, and this one just kind of calls to me more. This shade right here. This is what I want every Morphe palette to be like. That's why I get so mad when I get a new Morphe palette and it sucks. I'm like, what the hell happened? Where did you guys go wrong with the formula? Why do you keep changing it? This is what every palette should be from Morphe. This Tarte Hamptons Weekender Contour palette, I traded with a friend for a powder for this. I think I've used it like once, maybe. The colors are just a tad bit too deep for my skin tone. I can just get away with the highlighter, but I never use this and I probably never will, so I'm gonna pass this on. The Vice 2 palette. Ugh. Stash was my jam. Stash and Radar. Golds were where it was at for me back in the day. I'm gonna keep this one. Oh, and this shade Prank right here, you can't, I know it's not gonna translate, but it's like matte with this very multi-dimensional, not a metallic shade. I can't even really describe it, but it's gorgeous. I'm gonna keep it. And the Blood Sugar palette, I'm gonna keep. And you know, call me crazy, I'm not like head over heels in love with this palette. I'm gonna keep it because I like it. And it has a few shades that I do really, really enjoy. Like, I love this shade, I love this shade, and I love that shade. The rest of the shades are just like, okay. Oh, and I love that shade. The rest of the shades are just like, ooh, they're nice, but those are the shades like that I'm keeping it for. We have the Certify Affinity palette, which is all matte, really pretty. I never touch this. I'm gonna pass this on. This is actually really hard to get in the US, but again, I mean, I never touch it. This I actually love, and it's surprisingly wonderful. This is the Wet n Wild Hemporary Solutions. It was limited edition like a few years ago, but it's so super smooth and surprisingly pigmented. A little dusty, but I mean, very impressive for like a $4.99 palette. Profusion, this is the 7 shade multi-finish shadow palette in Orchid. This is phenomenal. And this shade right here is one of the prettiest I've ever seen. I found this palette in TJ Maxx. You can find it on Profusion's website too. And it comes with, I think, an eyeshadow primer and a brush. At TJ Maxx, I'm pretty sure, or Marshall's, you can find it for like between $5 and $7, I think. Gorgeous. All right, we have more of the Reloaded palettes. This is the Reloaded Neutrals 3. Keeping, this is phenomenal. I love the color scheme of like the mauves in here and the golds. We have the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip kit I'm keeping. This is one of the best. This is the Genius palette. And I don't use it as much as I should because honestly, I just don't want to run out of stuff. So I just kind of keep it for special occasions, but it's awesome. Blushing Berries from Dose of Colors, keeping. It's beautiful. It has that good lighter shade that I wish the other one had. I don't know. I might actually get rid of this because I just don't love it. I just got this in a BoxyCharm and it's just like, eh. It's really pretty, but I love this Sand Dollar shade. And these are beautiful shades, don't get me wrong. People gave me a lot of slack for being like, what are you talking about? It's gorgeous. Because I just didn't love it, but I just don't love it. Sorry. Different strokes for different folks. Juvia's palettes. Juvia's Place palettes. I have the Zulu palette and the Festival palette. I like them both, and honestly, it took me a little while to warm up to them because at first I was like, what's everybody raving about? But the more I played with them, the more I actually liked them, so I'm gonna keep them both. Sugar Pill. This is the Burning Heart palette. Amazing, keeping. Melt 27 palette, incredible. This is the Tammy Revolution palette. I just did another video on her newest Tropical Carnival palette. I don't love this. I'm actually gonna pass this on. It's okay. Urban Decay Black palette. I love this palette. This is it was limited edition. I don't think you can find it anymore. It has like all different variations of like black colors. It's gorgeous. I love it. Keeping. This was a great palette. Some of the shades are really crappy, to be honest. This is the Sephora Pantone palette, or Pantone. And it's when Marsala was the shade. I hate how deep these pans are. Like, if you can actually see, I'm trying to like hold it at an angle so you can see. Okay, there you go. Can you see like how deep down the actual like shadows are? That really annoys me. The shades themselves though are really nice. I'm gonna keep this though because, I mean, it's a pretty palette. This is a newer palette. This is a Soph Does Nails collab with Make Revolution. I don't love this. I'm actually gonna pass this on. I was hoping to love it more, but I don't. The only shades that I really love are the face shades right here. And I mean, I have similar shades in other forms, so I'm gonna get rid of this. Beautiful palette. I got this from a subscriber who sent it to me. This is the I Heart Revolution peanut butter chocolate bar kind of palette. Gorgeous. Lime Crime Venus. Keeping. Amazing. Love it. Another of the Too Faced holiday limited editions. This is the Gingerbread Cookie palette. I brought this back out for a video that I did recently and I fell back in love with it. The Sephora collab with Gem and the Holograms. I'm keeping it. Not because it screams Gem and the Holograms, because in my opinion it doesn't. It's lacking. I would have done better. But because it's Gem and the Holograms and Gem was my jam. Oh, okay, we have the Revolution Basic Mattes palette. This is a great palette. Yeah, this is a great palette. I highly recommend this if you are thinking about picking up a Reloaded palette but you're not sure which one and you like mattes and you like this kind of color scheme. This is a great palette. I recommend. It's completely, like, the formula is fantastic. This is the I Heart Revolution Chocolate Orange palette. This might be probably one of 3 of my favorite of their palettes. They have a ton of them and this one is one of the best. Another amazing Profusion palette. I mean, I really haven't found one that I didn't like. This is the Confidence palette. I used this recently for a video. It's awesome. These brushes are magnificent. Next, Sugar Trip Squad. I bought this, returned it, and then bought it again. I still really haven't used it. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with it. I guess I'll keep it because of all the fucking trouble I went through with it. I'm making no sense, I know. All right, I have 3 of the Viseart palettes. I have the Editorial Mattes, which is gorgeous. Neutral Mattes, which is also wonderful. And the Dark Mattes, also wonderful. I'm a big fan of Viseart. I think their palettes are worth it. Some people aren't crazy about them, but I'm not one of those people. This is actually from Beauty Bay, which is like a big retailer in the UK. This is their, I don't know if it's just EYN or EYN, but this is, I think, Beauty Bay's like home brand, like Sephora has their Sephora collection. I think this is like the same thing, but for Beauty Bay. This is their Bright Matte palette. This is beautiful. Very, very good quality. Really good payoff. I haven't used this palette too much, and like I always say, swatches really don't mean too much, but I'm gonna keep it to try it a few more times to really get a feel if I really do like it or not. All right, we have another Profusion Metal palette. This is the Merlot Eyes. I'm keeping this as well because this is beautiful. And again, it comes with a really nice, really, really nice double-ended brush. I have 2 of these NYX Avant Pop. I think these were limited edition. Maybe they weren't, I don't know. I keep trying to declutter them. Oh wait, and they're in Surreal My Heart and Art Throb. I keep taking them out of my declutter pile for some reason. I'm not actually gonna use them, so I'm gonna get rid of them once and for all. Revolution Foiled Frenzy or Frenzy, what is it, Foil Frenzy? Yeah, Foil Frenzy palette. I feel so bad. One of my subscribers or watchers said she got this and it was really disappointing, like it didn't have the pigmentation that she saw in my video, which was so disappointing because I mean, it's gorgeous. And I mean, I use this all the time and it's amazing. So I felt really bad that she didn't have the same luck. I mean, I guess it just goes to show some of the same palettes are just kind of made crappy sometimes. I don't know why, it's so weird. But I'm definitely keeping this, it's incredible. The Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. This also can be found right now on Nordstrom Rack and Haute Look, and TJ Maxx and Marshalls has this right now for like 20 or 30 bucks. This is a great palette, highly recommend it. It's a great basic neutral palette. It's also, I think the Reloaded Basic Mattes is a very close dupe for the Urban Decay Ultimate Basics. If you want to try this, but you still don't want to pay 20 or 30 bucks for it, get this for 7. But I'm gonna keep this, it's really nice. BH Royal Affair, gorgeous. I found this at Marshall's for like 5 or 6 bucks. Gemini, getting rid of, totally kidding, it's incredible. Another Avant Pop, getting rid of. Never used. I think I'm gonna get rid of this Passion for Color. The quality is just not very good. These are probably the only nice ones in here, and it's not enough for me to keep. The metallics just aren't very good. Of course, I'm gonna swatch them for you right now, and they're probably gonna look incredible. Yep, of course, why wouldn't they? Yeah, they look really nice now. But I'm gonna be honest with myself, I'm never gonna reach for this. Maybe somebody else, you know, will make it work more than I can. Why are they looking good now? I don't understand. No, I'm not gonna keep this. I'm not. Moon Dust. Oh God, please don't break. I've heard so many people say they didn't like this. For the life of me, I cannot figure out why. This palette is a dream come true if you like these kind of like metallic shades. On top of a glitter glue, any kind of wet base, incredible. Incredible. I did a review on this and another one recently. I got rid of the other one. This is a good one. This is the Make Revolution Forever Flawless Decadent palette. It is really nice, and I do like it. I might actually just, I mean, it's a better quality than the other one. I might just pass it on though because I never use it. And this shade though, oh, I love that like pearl color. But again, not enough for me to keep, so I might actually pass it on. Again, not because it's bad, it's actually the better of the two that I tried, but I just don't see myself reaching for it. Busy Art Grande Pro 1. Incredible, love it, keeping forever. Kat Von D 10-year anniversary, is that what it is? Yeah, 10-year anniversary. I love this palette. I never hear anybody talk about this. This palette's gorgeous. This shade, this gold, this, oddly enough, this like cream shade. I mean, there's really not one shade in here that I don't like. Actually, I'm lying. The teal shade in here, this shade right here is sadly a little patchy, but honestly, I've never found a shade like this, like shark blue ocean shade. I've never found a shade like this that isn't patchy. I think I'm going to get rid of this. This is my Soph Does Nails original Revolution collab palette. It's really pretty, but I like the extra spice second one she did better. No, I'm going to keep it because now I'm like looking at these shades. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. Who am I kidding? I'm keeping it. All right, I have my Naked 1 and 2 from Urban Decay. I used to use the crap out of these. I loved them. And I mean, I can't get rid of them. They're like some of my first loves. I'm gonna keep them. Just at least for sentimental value. I mean, they were really good palettes. Anastasia Prism palette. Gorgeous, I'm keeping it. Lure, Throne, Eden, Unity, gorgeous shades. Keeping. Listen, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why I don't love this palette. This just seems like such a me palette, something that I would just fall in love with. I didn't fall in love with it, and I don't think I'm ever going to. I might just have to get rid of this. I don't understand why. I just don't know why I don't love this. I don't know why I'm not drawn to this. I don't get it. Jeffree Star Beauty Killer. You wanna hear something funny? My favorite shade in this entire palette is this. Like, oh God, this Courtney shade is just gorgeous. This pink shade is also pretty amazing. This Vanity shade is also incredible. I wish this was a better quality shade. Oh, that Courtney shade just calls to me for some reason. I'm not really even sure why, but it's beautiful. It's just my one of two Jeffree palettes that I own. Good quality. I don't love shades like this that are matte and have like these weird glitters in them. I just think they're a waste of a color, honestly. It's still a good palette though, keeping. Manny, Life's a Drag. It's actually a pretty good palette. I wish this side was a little bit more interesting. I wish this black wasn't in here because I just feel like black is such a waste of a color because unless you literally only have one eyeshadow palette, you don't need black in every palette. And I feel like almost every palette has black in it. So I'm gonna make you guys a promise. If I ever put out an eyeshadow palette, I will not put black in it. I promise, I won't. I'm gonna keep it. It's a nice palette. It's actually really good quality. This red shade is just gorgeous. These metallic shades are gorgeous. It is a really pretty palette. I'm keeping. Mega Revolution. This is the Jewel Collection Deluxe palette. I'm actually gonna get rid of this. It's really pretty. These shades all up here are incredible, but I never ever reach for this. I'm getting rid of it. Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette. I don't own many like neutral, cool toned palettes like this, so I'm gonna keep it for that reason. It is very nice quality too, so that's also another thing. Plushies from Lime Crime. I have both versions of this. My friend Krista sent this to me. She found it. She works at Marshall's or TJ Maxx. I love these. I think they're awesome. You can find them for like $5 there. They're beautiful. A very sweet subscriber sent me these. The NYX Off Tropic palette. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm very excited. And the Ultimate Shadow palette in Phoenix. Also gorgeous. Haven't tried it yet, but I'm saving it for a video. My Sephora Warm Pro palette. Gorgeous. Love it. Nobody talks about it. The quality of these shadows is worth the price tag. Really, really pretty. The Venus XL, I'm absolutely keeping. It's one of my favorite palettes ever. My only issue with this palette is that some of the deeper shades, like Botticelli right here, have this very weird, sandy, gritty texture. It doesn't affect the way they perform, because as you can see, like, they're gorgeous, but something about the texture is just odd. Like, it's just gritty almost. It's very strange. An incredible palette. I kind of want to try their new one that they have out, like with the greenish kind of mossy tones. But yeah, gorgeous. Keeping. The Viseart Grande Pro, which is the all metallic, is, there's not even words to describe the majesticness of this palette. These are incredible toppers, and that's exactly what they are. I mean, you have to put down some kind of glitter glue for these. You don't have to, but I do, because I just think, let them live their best life, and they will do that on top of something sticky. Desert Oasis. This was also in my best of giveaway last year. One of my favorite palettes. Incredible. BH Cosmetics, Desert Oasis. They always have these on sale. Go on the website, like, sign up for emails. Jaclyn Hill's OG palette. Her best work. Her and Morphe's. What happened, you guys? What happened? Keeping. Dare to Create. Again, some of Morphe's best work. What happened? Why aren't all of the palettes like this? I don't understand. Keeping. Kat Von D, Ma Vida Loca. I don't know. A part of me wants to, like, resell this. I bought it off Poshmark and I was hoping I was gonna love it. And I don't. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Like, I'm not drawn to it as much as I thought I was going to be. Maybe I'm just not going for the right shade. Oh, that is really pretty. All right, I need to use it a few more times before I decide to actually sell it, because it is very pretty. Oh God, I'm so annoying. All right, so I'm gonna show you what I keep in my little letter holder, palette holder here. I'm obviously not getting rid of any of these. These were all on my desk, but I am going to take some of these out and change them up with what I just kind of went through. So here's my Just My Luck palette. My friend Allie gave me this. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous greens. If you like green shadows, go on ColourPop and order this. It's incredible. The Be Perfect Carnival palette. It's hard for us to get this in the US. You can get it off Beauty Bay and definitely find it on like Poshmark and Macari and stuff, but you're gonna be paying like a boatload more for it. Gorgeous palette. Keeping. I have BH Cosmetics. I have all their Studio Pro palettes, the Ultimate Artistry, Ultimate Neutrals, and Ultimate Matte palettes. These are amazing. If you try any of BH palettes, get these. This is the Artistry palette. This is the Neutrals palette. And this is my favorite. This is the Ultimate Matte palette. These are just amazing quality, and I think they're like I said, you can always get BH on sale. I think I got these palettes for like 14, maybe like 12 or $14 each. Gorgeous. So I'm actually gonna keep this one on my desk, the mattes, put the other ones away. NYX Swear By It. I actually just re-put this into my little holder right here, so I'm gonna keep this up here. This is an incredible palette. I've been using this like crazy, but I am gonna switch it up. This is the Profusion Chocolates palette. My friend Sharon, who also has a channel, recommended this, and it's gorgeous. This Blitz shade always just kind of draws me in, because I have a thing for just metallic gold shades. I don't know why. But I am gonna switch it out because I've been using it like crazy. The Feral palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. Allie sent me this too. Oh my God, this green. Very, very chunky, but gorgeous. I'm gonna actually leave this up here because I just put it back in here. I have two more Profusion. I have the Temptress palette and the Wanderlust. I'm gonna keep Wanderlust out, and I'm gonna put Temptress away. I have the Through My Eyes ColourPop palette. I'm gonna keep this out because I haven't used this very much. I just got this from a wonderful subscriber. It came in like a set. It's the I Love Revolution Red Velvet palette. This is incredible. And like I said, it came in like a set. It came with like another eye palette. It came with that peanut butter palette and that face palette, the praline palette. This is gorgeous. I'm leaving it up here. I still want to use it some more. Good Sport palette, another palette Ellie sent me, but I also use this a lot, so I'm going to switch this out for another one. P. Louise palette. I actually bought this. Again, this isn't readily available in the US. This is actually a really, really, really good palette, but I'm actually going to switch it out because I haven't reached for it very often lately, but I just want to put it away just to get it out of my face so I can get excited to use it again when I want to pull it back out. The Cover Effects face palette does not belong in here. Oh, the Kiss of Fire Cami palette from Make Revolution. Really good palette. I am going to switch it up though. Oh, Chasing Rainbows from ColourPop. Gorgeous palette. This is still available. Get it if you like these kind of colors. ColourPop has incredible shadows. What is this? Life on the Dance Floor guest list from Make Revolution. This is a beautiful palette as well. These shades are just gorgeous. I am going to switch it out though because I haven't been using it lately and I don't see myself using it in the very near future, so I'm not going to kid myself. The Marvicorn, Marvin Magnificent BH Cosmetics collab. This is actually a really nice palette too, but these three shades annoy me. We have two dark browns and a black. I just don't get it. Keep, and then these should have been, like, you should have gotten rid of these. But the quality of these are beautiful. I am going to switch them out though. Oh, this is one of my favorite palettes ever. The Dose of Colors Friendcation palette. I'm keeping it in here. It's amazing. The Soph Extra Spice palette. Out of the two Sophie palettes, this one's my favorite. I was going to get rid of the other one, but I'm going to keep both because they're both good. But I am going to switch this one out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put this one in here, the first one, her first collab palette, just to make myself use it more. And the last thing in here is the Urban Decay Elements palette. I almost want to sell this, but I'm not going to because it's too much like the metallic palette that I'm getting rid of. So I think I'll hold on to this one since I'm getting rid of that one. But I am going to take it out of here because I'm not using it very much. All right, so in the end, I'm getting rid of about 25 palettes. That's not too bad. I didn't even count how many I have left in my collection because it's not going to. But I also wanted to show you something else that's kind of ridiculous. So I love single shadows. I've been collecting them, you know, for a while. I have a lot of ABH and ColourPop and Inklot and JD Glow, and I like to depot things that I, you know, single shadows that I find. And I realized within these 6 palettes, I could literally throw away every other palette and have every color that I could ever possibly need. Kind of ridiculous. Will I ever throw away every palette and just stick with these? Dear God, no. But it's a little bit of a reality check, I guess you could say. That was it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you have any other kind of video ideas you guys would like to see from me. That was it. Bye.